What's up, everybody? Wanted to discuss a little something called when to push yourself and when to rest. This is definitely something that takes a lot of time to really know the right answer. I think most of us don't push ourselves enough, but then there's definitely other people who slim percentage that push ourselves too far and end up facing injury or facing burnout. I think that for fitness, you're always trying to find that right amount. I think in general, the way I've done it is to go on the side of too much, and then use that to tone it down to find where your limits are. The human body can do a lot more than you expect it. The expression that I really vibe with is, and that I've heard that I think makes sense, is you're tougher than you think you are. You look back to whatever the ancient days when we were cavemen or when we were hunters and gatherers, and no one was in the middle of a hunt and then just said, you know what, I'm just feeling tired. I think I'm just gonna sit down here, not get enough food, and die. No, like the mind, when you realize you've got to do something, it can take you really far, a lot further than you thought. As long as you are giving your body mainly just water, you can do a lot more than you think you could do. If you ever read up on army training or SEAL training and look at what these guys do in Hell Week, it's absolutely ridiculous what these guys are able to accomplish and what they're able to put their bodies through by using the mind. Now, do I recommend everyone going through Hell Week? Not necessarily. Hell Week is, from what I understand, a big weed out process where for Navy SEALs, for example, you need the best of the very, very best. So it's sort of like doing Chem 101. You're trying to weed out the people who aren't tough enough, who aren't going to last. If you're going to have doctors coming in to operate surgery on people, you don't want to let anybody do that. You want the person who's the strongest mentally, who's able to go the distance, who's able to push past pain and suffering. So when you talk about fitness, and talk about that suffering and that pain and how much you're going through, super duper important to push past pain, to push past suffering. But there's definitely a difference from pushing to the point of injury versus pushing to the point of soreness and fatigue and just feeling beat down. That's okay. Just feeling it's okay to feel beat down, to feel weak, to feel sore. But there's definitely a difference from that and feeling like, ooh, I tweaked something in my knee, or my ankle is feeling, it's like hurting when I do that. To recognize the pain of, okay, my body's fatigued, my body is sore, versus, okay, I'm having an issue with this joint, like something is not right there, or whenever I go up a stair, it's really hurting my knee. That's a different type of pain. And I think over time, this is different for every person. I can only speak for what works for me, because I've never been in someone else's shoes. But I think we're when you talk about who knows your body the best, even when you go to a doctor, you know your body better than anybody else does. And if you're experiencing that type of pain of going up a stair and being like, that knee is tweaking, especially if it's just one side and not the other, then you know something's wrong. If you're going up some stairs and you're like, ooh, I feel sore, and it's the same on each one, that's different. So I would use that as judgment too about, okay, is this just on one side or is this on both sides? But recognizing, when am I pushing myself towards injury and when am I just pushing myself physically to get stronger? That physically to get stronger when you're weak and when you're tired and when you're sore, that's good. That's a good thing. You do that and you get proper nutrition and you get proper rest, and you're going to be a lot stronger. That's one of the things that you think about, oh, you just do all these push-ups, that makes you stronger. It's actually the opposite. Like that's sort of breaking you down. That's triggering your muscles to be like, what the hell is going on right now? Like, I need to be prepared for what my master is putting me through right now. And you get the right nutrition, get the right rest, and your body will regenerate itself. It's like a newt who gets his leg chopped off. It grows back. It's the same with the body. You're breaking yourself down, and then you're building yourself back up during your recovery. Don't believe there's much controversy there. That's not a wise tale. That's the truth. So when it comes to injury, push yourself, but know when you've crossed the line from that good pain and suffering to that not so good injury pain. And if you are going through that injury pain, something with your knee, ease off the knee a little bit. Do things with other activities. If it's something with your shoulder, use more. Go do some more lower body. Work your way around that. And if you are doing something that's hurting your shoulder, figure out what is the activity that I'm doing. Don't do that anymore. It's common sense, right? If it's something that clearly doing a shoulder press is really aggravating something, work something else. Do something similar but not exactly the same, and find for yourself. Work around that and find what are the areas, what are the workouts that I'm able to go 100% and go pedal to the floor, just hit the gas, and I'm not injuring myself. I'm feeling just fine. Core work is a great example. I don't know, maybe I haven't talked to enough people, but I don't know of any stories of people injuring their core because they did too long of a plank hold, or too many bolt holds, or too long of a side plank. From my understanding, that's a very low risk of injury. So if all else fails, you have that. And it's more of the things with the joints that can lead you to issues. But that being said, the balance of when to push and when to ease off, that's for every person to find out. Veer towards the side of push, but be smart with it. Listen to your body and know when it's good to keep pushing and when sometimes it's okay to back off. Peace out.